I think it's pretty universal that most folks have a bit of anxiety about drilling a hole into the side of their kayak, and that can a lot of times deter them from installing an anchor trolley. Different ways of fishing that require the use of one. For me, it's, whenever I catfish, I want to anchor up somewhere. When you anchor in a kayak, you definitely want an anchor trolley, because that's what allows you to get that anchor to either the bow or the stern of the boat and keep the boat in line with the direction of the current, so that you're not risking flipping your boat over in the water. And so it depends on the kayak that you're using, the number of ways to attach it without having to drill the hole. In my case, with this New Canoe Unlimited, we have this track system right here that I use one of the Yak Attack, I don't know what they're called, but they're little loops that you can put on the T-track and use as an attachment point. And then you get yourself a couple carabiners, these cheap pulleys that you put on the carabiner that you run the line through, and then just whatever length of line you can run this. You can have the short version like what I have on here, or you can run it all the way from bow to stern. And then in the center, you want to put some kind of ring. You want to be able to attach something to the center of that, so that that's what carries your anchor line to the front or the back. So if there are handles that are screwed on to the boat, you can take those handles off and tie your line around the bolts connecting it to the kayak to secure one end of the anchor trolley to the boat. Used it for a couple years now, never had any issue with it. Next thing is this strap that I found on Amazon by some folks called Waves RX. It's meant for a jet ski as an attachment point, but I took the front bolt on my bow mount out and then ran the bolt down through the hole in the loop and attached this thing there, and now that's what I attach the kayak to the trailer with now. And then when I'm launching it in this bungee rope, I also use it as an attachment point. So I took a Yak Gadget Quick Track that's made for these, but it's not necessarily made to go on right there. And you do have these tracks on the gunnels that you could mount this to, but I didn't want it that far forward or that far back, and so I wanted it right here by the side of the seat. You can take that electronics plate off, and I just drilled a hole in it, ran my T-bolt through it, and I cut the bottom of the legs of the Quick Track off, drilled holes through that, and then just used the T-bolts to attach it to that electronics wiring plate that comes on the New Canoe Unlimiteds. And then that gave me a sturdy platform to mount my live scope pole on. All right, next is with the Yak Attack Black Pack Pros. You can typically, at least on the 13x16, if you're putting your rod holders on a 13-inch side, you can only fit 3 of them on there. And I want to be able to run more than that. And so what I did is took this little attachment that comes with it, and what I did, I cut each side off and then drilled a hole through the center of it, and then attached that to the corner of the black pack like it's supposed to anyway for the attachment point. But then with where I had cut it off and drilled that hole, you can then attach another rod holder to it by running the screw through its normal hole. And that allows me to run more rod holders for when I want to carry more rods with me. And hey, listen, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Thanks. And then last thing, I took a ramp. I can't remember the actual name of what it is, but basically you put it on the bed of your truck, the tailgate, usually in pairs, and then you can, put a four-wheeler, a lawnmower, that kind of thing up in the bed of the truck. I was getting tired of, doing the balancing act, walking down the trailer whenever I needed to go down and, get the thing unstuck whenever I was trying to get it loaded or unloaded. And so I took this ramp and ran it right down the middle, and then got some U-bolts and attached it to the frame of the trailer. And that provides me now a walkway that I can walk down and back on the trailer whenever I need to. And I can do it during the winter because I wear, waterproof boots up to my knee. And in the summertime, I wear water shoes, so it doesn't matter. But it gives me, especially during that winter time, during those colder months, gives me that peace of mind I'm not going to slip off the side of the damn trailer into the water. If you have any interesting DIY mods, hacks that you've come up with, drop it in the comments. I'd be interested to hear it, potentially try it out. As always, thanks for watching.